Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I will be answering your guys' questions. I posted a Q&A box on Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. And you guys had a lot of questions about my labor, postpartum, and pregnancy, a little bit of everything. So today I will be answering those. I'm so excited to be back, guys. It's been forever since I have last done a video, and honestly it feels so good. A lot of stuff has changed. We've had a lot of good stuff coming our way, and well, one of the main reasons why we kind of stopped, I was a little bit overstressed. We did purchase a home, and you know, I was pregnant and it was just a lot. We couldn't find a home. The market was crazy. We finally found a home, and we were a little afraid we weren't gonna have, you know, a home before the baby got here. So we were a little bit busy and stuff, but we finally found our little home. We are so excited, and we cannot wait to do new content for you guys. It has been a good, what, 6 months, 5 months? But I am so glad to be back. A lot of you guys kept messaging me, asking me when I was gonna come back and stuff. And I did film a couple of videos throughout my pregnancy and stuff, but I'll probably try to edit them and then do it all in one video. It was just, you know, a little bit here and there. But for the most part, my pregnancy went good. It was perfect. But yeah, this year for us was nothing but blessings, I swear, from, you know, the beginning to the, you know, till right now. You know, we were blessed with our baby boy and our house. I mean, what more could we want? It was just, it's been awesome. So, all right, without further ado, guys, let's jump right into the video. All right, so for the first question, I have best and worst thing that happened. Now, and it's my friend. I don't know if she's talking about like during labor. I'm pretty sure she's talking about during labor. So the best part for me during labor was probably meeting my baby boy. It was just a very special moment for me. And the worst thing. So the worst thing, you know what, honestly, I don't have a worst thing for this labor. Honestly, this labor went by so smooth. It was so good. Okay, so I had him November 19, and I was gonna get induced on the 20th. So on Wednesday, sorry if my voice is a little raspy. I think I'm about to get sick. So on November 17th, which was a Wednesday, I started getting contractions, and I wasn't sure if they were contractions or not. Sometimes you're just like, you know, am I cramping, or is it just, you know, I don't know. I honestly didn't remember what contractions felt like since my last pregnancy. So, and it's so, I know, I get it. A lot of people are gonna be like, what the heck? But I swear I totally forgot. You know, this was 12 years ago. So I was like, you know what? I'm hurting. And I told Cynthia, and I was like, hey, I'm hurting. Like, I think I'm getting contractions. These actually woke me up. It was 4 in the morning. I started getting itty bitty contractions, which I thought was the Braxton Hicks that they, you know, call. I was like, okay, you know, whatever. It's probably just, you know, because I was getting Braxton Hicks quite often, but they weren't so close together. So at 4 in the morning, I was like, okay, I got my first one. I waited a little longer, and then I started getting more. They were probably as close to 20 minutes. And I woke up Cynthia, and I was like, hey, I think I'm getting contractions. And he was like, no way. I was like, yeah. So he woke up and he was like, do you want to go to the hospital? And I was like, you know what, I'll just wait until the morning. I mean, they were hurting, but I was like, you know what, I feel like I can hang in there until the morning. So and honestly, I was so tired, I really didn't want to wake up at 5 in the morning just to go, you know, to go. I drove myself to the hospital. So once I got to the hospital, they checked me and I was only 1 centimeter dilated, and they were like, you know, we'll monitor you for a couple of hours, and if stuff doesn't progress, then we're gonna have to send you back home. Probably came back home like around 2 o'clock from me dropping off Samantha to school. So I dropped her off like around 8 o'clock, and then I didn't get home until 2. So I stayed home, you know, and I was good, and I was just trying to walk around. We actually went out for a walk and everything was good, and I felt like at night they kept getting worse. Like it was like I was good throughout the day, but then at night when I was about to rest and, you know, get ready to go to sleep, took a shower, they actually got a little bit stronger. So that night, I mean, I wasn't in excruciating pain. It was just something like, I don't know if this is probably too much info, but whatever. Whenever you're on your period and you go to the bathroom and you're doing number 2 and you push and you have like air bubbles in your butt and they hurt so bad, it kind of felt like that. So Thursday in the morning, I got them the whole day and they were getting a little bit stronger. And so I stayed home, and then my cousin actually came over to help me out. She helped me put like the baby's clothes up and fix his closet, and actually helped me clean, which I appreciate her so much. So she was over and she was seeing me get the contractions, and she was like, "Oh girl, I'm so sorry, what can I do for you?" I was like, you know what, just don't even talk to me, okay? I actually did tell her I feel so bad. I was like, hey, can you just like hush for a little bit? Like, I'm getting one right now. Can you just like, I'm trying to concentrate and breathe it. But it was, you know, it was still like 10 minutes apart. So that night, I remember soaking in my tub. I did soak up for like 3 hours. Santana was in there with me, and I put some Epsom salt and I put some music, some soothing music, and like, you know, some lights. And I was soaking in for like three hours, and I was, you know, I was getting contractions after contractions. At this point, they were probably like 8 minutes apart. Remember, I think that night I actually did not sleep at all. It kept getting worse and worse. And so I had my phone, and I was actually tracking my contractions to see how close they were getting, because they were getting close. And then it got to the point where it was 5 minutes apart. I didn't want to wake up Santana because I knew he was going to go to work. So I didn't wake him up. I was just, you know, I just had all these contractions at home. I was, you know, I was just trying to breathe and try to stay calm and relaxed. I woke up Santana. It was like around 7-ish, and I was like, hey, you know what? I did not sleep at all last night. I honestly think that it's time for me to go. So we left. We dropped off Samantha to school, and we went to the hospital. I was thinking they were gonna send me back home. So I got to the hospital, and they checked me, and the nurse was like, you are 6 centimeters dilated. And she was like, you're at a 6. And I was like, oh my gosh, like that's insane. So I basically did all the hard work at home, which it was a great experience. Like, you know, therefore my labor was super quick. And she was like, yes, you're at a 6. My body though was so tired. It was super tired at this point. I was just overwhelmed. I hadn't slept for 2 days since the contractions started. And she was like, I got there and she was like, you're at a 6. Are you ready to have this baby? And I was like, oh my gosh, I was just in shock. I was like, yes, let's do it. Anything. The thing I was really scared about was to get induced again. So thankfully, I did it all on my own this time, and it was a great experience, honestly. It was perfect. So there was that. The second question is, how did Santana do? And how did Santana do, question mark, with helping you through labor? So he actually was a great support. He was, you know, he's the best when it comes down to that. He hates seeing me in pain. He was doing everything he could. He was like, hey, what can I do for you? Can I go get this? Can I get that? He was definitely super excited. He was super excited. But of course he seen me in pain, and he was, you know, just rubbing my back and rubbing my feet because I actually got super swollen. He was trying everything he could to just make me feel better. He was like, man, I wish I could take this pain from you. I'm like, I know. But he was super sweet and actually very supportive. I thought he was honestly going to stress me out a little bit while I was in labor, but no, he was, it was a great experience, and it was something I've never experienced before. So it was all new to me too, actually having someone, you know, by my side, and at least your partner. You know, you'll have your parents, which I had my mom actually in the labor room, and Santana. They actually let me take 2 people in there. I definitely needed my mom's support, you know, as a mom. And of course, because I didn't know how Santana was gonna act, I'm like, man, he's probably gonna faint. He's probably, you know, not gonna make it, or he's probably not gonna watch, or, you know, just be very nervous. He was nervous, I'm not gonna lie, but he was great. He was great support. Let's see, what is the second one? How fast did you push the big boy out? LOL. So once I was pushing, I probably pushed for not even 5 minutes. I just remember the doctor getting there, and he was setting everything up. He was like, are you ready to push this baby out? And I was like, yes. He was like, I'll be back in 5 minutes and we'll get it done. And he was actually checking my cervix. He had checked to see if I had softened a lot more, and he checked and he was like, try to push. I think we did like a little test to see how good of a pusher I was, I don't know. But he was like, okay, push on 3, and I did, and he was like, oh, we have a great pusher. I don't know what that meant. But I pushed, and he was like, okay, get ready in 5 minutes, 5 to 6 minutes. I forgot, I think he said 5. He was like, in 5 minutes, I'll be back in 5 minutes, and we'll get this baby out. And so those were the fastest 5 minutes of my life. I swear, I felt like he had left and then came back super quick. I probably was pushing for, I don't know, I think 5 minutes. I did probably 3 to 4 big pushes, and he was out. But yeah. The next question says, what did you feel when they gave you your baby in your arms? Question mark. Honestly, it was such a beautiful moment. I feel like there's nothing like having that moment when, you know, they just give you your baby after labor. It's just such a beautiful feeling. I definitely cried. Santana definitely cried. My mom definitely cried. We were just all bawling our eyes out. It's just so, just the connection, just, you know, of your baby right there, and you're like, man, I did it. It was just full of emotions. I was full of emotions, and Santana was too. And I swear I didn't want to let that baby Saint go. You know, of course they have to take them to get them cleaned up and stuff, but it was just so beautiful. It was, I kept looking at Santana, Santana kept looking at me, and then the baby, and it was just such a beautiful experience overall. It was perfect. So the next question is, did you get the epidural? Thoughts? Question mark. And pain rate. So, you're done? Oh, I thought it was something. That was Sammy. She actually came in. So it was, did you get the epidural? Thoughts? Question marks. And pain rate. So I did get the epidural. I wish, honestly, I would have gone without the epidural, but the only reason why I did it was because my body was just so overwhelmed and tired from having these contractions for the past 2 nights. And I feel like I was just so, I don't know, I was just done. When I got to the hospital, I was so tired. So as soon as I got there, they were like, do you want pain meds? And I said yes. I only said yes because I just felt so weak. Like I probably couldn't even push this baby out. I did get the epidural. She asked me about 2 hours later. She was like, do you want the epidural? And I was like, yes, you know, I had signed for it. And honestly, at that moment, I was like, you know what, I probably should have never got it, because I feel like I could have done it without the epidural and just the pain meds, you know. She gave me some pain meds and I was feeling good. The only thing was that I wasn't dilating any more than 7. So what she did was she brought me the peanut ball, and I had it in between my legs, and I was doing like different positions just to soften up a little bit more. And I was dilating, but my contractions at that point weren't as high as they were supposed to, as how they were when I got there and the night before. And so I told the doctor, I was like, you know what, I'm still getting contractions, but they're not as strong as they were last night and when I first got here. And they seen the charts and they were like, yeah. So they did put me on the Pitocin drip. The nurse was like, okay, I'm gonna put you on Pitocin, you know, just to get you going and keep going. That way you don't stop. Not dilating, because I was dilating, but I was dilating a little bit slower, but my contractions were, you know, going down. And so as soon as they put the Pitocin in, that's whenever she asked me, she was like, hey, do you want some pain meds? Because they were getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And I was like, I think I can do it for a little bit. I was like, I'll let you know once I'm like, you know what, I can't. So I did it for, I think, 3 hours. And that's whenever I started. I dilated to 10 right away. But they did ask me, they were like, do you want the epidural? I did say yes, but I wish I wouldn't have done it with the epidural. Maybe in my next one. And I don't know what it is when girls get asked, you know, did you get the epidural? And someone were like, no, you know, good for you, girl. Props to you. Like, I just, you know, I don't know why a lot of people are like, you know, so iffy about it whenever they're like, oh, you know, I didn't get the epidural, or they bash people getting the epidural. Like, you just, I hate that whole subject because of it, you know. Girls are so easy to, you know, get you down, and it just sucks. But no, I did get it. And the next one, first thing you ate when you were allowed to. So the first thing I ate was, and this is crazy because it was the first thing I ate with Samantha and with Saint, and the first thing I ate was chicken Alfredo. Me and Santana looked at I was just so hungry. I was so hungry because the night before I didn't eat at all because my pain was pretty high. I wasn't even hungry. All right, so the next one is, where is it? I took a screenshot. So the next one is, did you fajarte? If so, what faja did you use and how soon? So they're asking if I used like a waist trainer, girdle, or some, you know, something after labor. So yes, I did. Definitely 100% recommend, because I did not do this with Samantha. But yes, I did fajarme. So at the hospital, after right after labor, I was having really bad cramps, and I just felt a little discomfort, and I felt like my stomach was about to like fall whenever I was peeing, whenever I would go to the bathroom. And so I told the nurse that. They were so sweet. I swear I had the best experience ever. The nurse was like, do you want a belly band? And I was like, I just said, sure, you know, if it's gonna make me feel better, then yeah, you know. And so she brought this. This is what she was talking about. So these are for like mommies that have C-sections. And she was like, I can bring you one if you want to. And I was like, sure, you know, I'll try it. And so she brought this, and this was the best thing ever. So it's literally a whole band. And the only reason why I love this one was because I didn't have to take it off like you know, those whole body fajas. I didn't have to like, you know, take it all off and go to the bathroom, because they do want you to constantly go to the bathroom just to see how everything is flowing. So I did love this because of that. I didn't have to take it off. I felt very secure. So whenever I would go to the bathroom, I would get less gassy and I just felt a lot better. So definitely ask for these if, you know, next time you have a baby. Like, these are a must. If you ask for them, I'm sure they should be able to give you one, unless they're super mean. But yes, this is so good. So this is what I used right after I had him, and once I got home I transitioned into one of these. So this is a waist trainer. It's like a latex waist trainer. I got it from Amazon, and honestly this was only 30 bucks and it was super affordable. It's such a great price, and this is actually what I'm using right now. I did take it off just to show you guys, but I have been using this non-stop and it has been helping so much. My stomach is getting flat. So I love this. It was only 30 bucks and it is by the brand Yana. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but it's this one. And it's only 30 bucks. And I did get the long torso one, but I do have a long torso, so I did get the long one. And I just hate the short ones because they do roll up and they get so annoying when you're sitting down or driving. They just like roll in front or in the back. I hate them, so definitely got this one. And it has quite a few hooks. I did get this in an extra large because I didn't know how big I was, you know, gonna be after. So I did get the extra large. I got the extra large only because I wanted to be comfortable. I didn't want to be like super tight, but comfortable being home and taking care of Saint. So this is definitely recommend. So I do have one of these. This is the one that I was talking to you guys about. This is the full body faja. So the only reason why I didn't wear this one right away was because, of course, once you have a baby, you know, you bleed from down there. And I didn't want to get this one dirty. Is he good? Oh my goodness. He is so cute. So crazy. Oh, my baby, you were crying. Oh, he's hungry. He's sucking on his fingers. Oh my goodness, my baby. You're so handsome. Yeah, you are. Take those fingers out. Take those fingers out. You want Tatita? No? Come on, Tatita. He is so chunky. Oh, you're so handsome, my baby. ¿Te peinó tu papi? Yeah? Was he crying a lot? When you showered? Oh. He's so chunky. Look at his hair. I know. You look so handsome. Oh my god, his cheeks. They're so big. They look so big on the camera. The cheeks, they're like a little. Come here, baby. Come here. People are asking, how do you feel about being a big sister? That was my next question, actually. How you felt being a big sister. Ooh. Oh, I like that better. That lighting. Come here. Sit down. So this is my big baby. Take your glasses off. Because you can see the reflection of the ring light. No, so whatever. She's like, I have a pimple. I'm like, so? Tell him how you feel. How do you feel being a big sister? Do you like it? It's different, huh? Yeah, it's a little different. She was so used to being the only child. My baby. But look, she's way bigger than me now. Oh my god. But yeah, you feel good? You love your baby brother? He's just a little chillon sometimes, though. He wakes you up. What do you want to tell him?
Hi, it's been a while.
It's been a while, huh? They're probably like, oh my gosh, you look so different from the last video. You look older. No. I actually seen our videos the other day and I'm like, oh, you look so small. But yeah, tell them that we're back.
What up, Z fam? We're back with another YouTube channel. Video.
We're back with another video. We're so happy we actually have a room we can set stuff up and just have the, you know, our own space. So we're super excited to bring you guys along with us. I want to finish these questions and then we'll do our video. Alright, so my next question is, what was the hardest part being pregnant after so many years? So the hardest part was probably my swelling. Yeah, that was probably the hardest for me. I was swollen so bad. I will post a picture here somewhere and show you guys how swollen my feet were. So I do retain a lot of water. I don't know if it's like genetics or what, but I do retain a lot of water, and so it is a lot harder for me to like lose weight and stuff. But they were bad. Like, they were so bad I couldn't even walk. They were so bad, huh, baby? My feet, they were so swollen. My feet looked like tamales, like tortas. Yeah, that was probably the hardest. But after being pregnant after so many years, you know, just trying to get used to the whole having a newborn and waking up in the middle of the night to feed, changing diapers. I love it, you know, I love it. I love it so much, but it was definitely different, and it was difficult to transition from, like, you know, being able to wake up whenever you wanted because my daughter is, you know, a little older now. So when she gets up in the morning, if she does get up before me, she'll make herself, you know, a bowl of cereal or sopa or something, and or huevo, and she'll be good. But now, you know, I have this little human, this little baby next to me, and he depends on me. So, you know, just, you know, do everything from square one. All right, so my next question is, did you get any stretch marks? So with this pregnancy, I did not get any stretch marks. I think I only got one stretch mark. But yes, with him, I did not get any stretch marks. The stretch marks that I do have are from Samantha. And I feel like it was probably because I was just so young and all of a sudden I got bigger when I was pregnant. With her, I feel like with her I was wider, and with Saint I was more round in the front, like it was more of a belly instead of being wider. So no, I did not get any stretch marks. I was so blessed. All right, so this is the last question. The last question is, how long was your labor? So I got to the hospital around after I dropped you off from school, huh? So I probably got there at 9, like 9ish, and I had him at 2:31. So like about five hours. So it was pretty quick. All right, guys, so this does complete the video. Let me know if you guys have any questions down below, or any suggestions on what videos I should do next. Let me know down below in the comment section. But yes, guys, I'm so excited to be back. This was definitely much needed. It's kind of like my little therapy. It was just so hard to find motivation, and I was just so tired throughout my pregnancy. It was a little hard. But yes, I am so excited to be back. This does complete this video. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Eres perfecta mujer, de la cabeza a los pies.